Hey girlies, this is Destiny Luxury and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about building blocks. I think that's been the message that's been on my mind, and before I really jump into it, I just want to say thank you for watching today. My name is Destiny. I'm a second rising third year medical student, and life is so busy sometimes, but recently I've decided I really want to post consistently on YouTube, no matter what the results are. And the easiest way is towards the end of the day to just get in my car and record something that I feel like has been on my heart throughout the majority of the week. So today I want to talk about building blocks. And the example I'm going to use to explain this phenomenon of building blocks is first with a child. So when a child is 3 years old and if you ask them to build blocks together, obviously their minds aren't as developed as much, but at the age of 3, a child is typically able to stack 3 blocks together consecutively. If you ask them to stack up to 4 blocks together, they're not able to do it, but if you tell them to make a whole new tower and stack another 3 blocks, they are able to do it. At the age of 4, this phenomenon repeats once again. They can stack 4 blocks, they can't stack 5, but they start over again, they can stack another 4. And so, what am I trying to tell you? That kids naturally grow and develop. They will get those skills of where they can build more things, but it's important to keep putting down blocks. I think another example I'm going to use today is the phenomenon of building a house. I think almost all of us, a good majority of us, want to have beautiful homes that we get through our work and career and the effort that we put into something. And in a very metaphorical way we build our dream home is we lay a brick down day by day. I think sometimes we focus too much on getting the tower to be very tall when we're trying to build the bricks of our lives. We have to kind of build in categories. Sometimes, take for example, fitness. Sometimes you do the bricks of eating chicken breast every single day. And then chicken breast gets boring and you don't want to eat it no more. And so you've built the skill to eat chicken breast, but now it's probably time to change to something else because you can't go past that breast anymore. Like you get tired, you get agitated, you get frustrated with your meal plan. It's time to build another block, maybe eating salmon for 3 days straight. I think the biggest way that building blocks has come into my life recently is with reading. When I started reading, technically a year ago, like going back to reading, especially as a medical student, I could not read diddly squat. I could not, I just couldn't read. Like if you asked me to read an article, my friends, they would send an article of something interesting that they would see, and it's like I'm scrolling through comments to see what people thought about it. Like I wasn't reading. And then it became this thing of where I slowly started to read, and I would find articles online, and I would mostly from Substack, because Substack is full of beautiful pieces that bring out emotion and intelligence and just remind you what it feels like to connect to the mind of another person. But I would read the shortest Substack I could find, or I would reach up a short portion of it. Now I look for longer articles, I read for longer, and this is a little building that I've been building piece by piece, that I'm to the point of where I'll look up other websites with maybe more publicized articles and just try to read from there. And even that's translated into me eventually getting to the point of starting to read children's books, because I'm telling you, when your brain power is always being used up for something, it is very difficult to find yourself in this position where you want to grow other skills. But like with the 3-year-old child, you will be 3 for a while and then you'll be 4. You have to build in the small ways you can build now, and then enjoy when your skill set actually increases and you can build more things. Building your dream life isn't something that happens by accident. I think even the most important part of building is looking at the actual blocks, stones, tools, materials, skills that you have in your hand and using it intentionally and one brick at a time. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. And so one of the verses I want to share, and I'm sorry I don't have the exact verse with me, is the cornerstone that the builders rejected. Look at how beautiful it's become. And I will hopefully attach it at the bottom, what the verse is. When building the temple of God, these builders rejected what would eventually become the cornerstone. They rejected Jesus. They rejected Jesus as the simple building block that was going to be used. Yeah, they rejected Jesus as the simple cornerstone that was going to be used. And in reality, for Christians and so many people around the world, Jesus is the foundation that they can lay their hope in. Like, he is that initial block, that first block that you always hold and be like, this is what my whole masterpiece is built off of. Well, that is my car talks for today, and I hope it imparted something new to you. And then I just want to say, it's been like 2 or 3 videos that I've posted, and each time there's been at least 1 new subscriber. So I just want to say thank you so much. Literally, I am just a tired med student, and I'm like, I just want to show up and I want to connect with other girlies that are interested in pursuing the best versions of himself, and especially pursuing it through art, but also science too, and just loving their day to day. I think later on in a future video, I will talk about how my day to day is like the least interesting. It's full of walks, and museums, and stuff. It isn't full of partying, and I feel like I've built a life that I love, and so I would love to talk about it with y'all later about building a life that is well loved. However, I'm going to reiterate one more time. The takeaway for today's message is whatever skill set you have, no matter how big or small, work on it day by day and allow it to get to those points of frustration where you can't build anymore, and then start something new and come back to it later. Like, you can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to. Thank you for watching today's video. Love you so much, honestly. Bye.